Greetings, everyone. You are tuned in to Love a Natural Me on Cheryl's World. It is Wednesday evening. You can find us every single Wednesday evening, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We are broadcasting to you from Blog Talk Radio, as I said earlier, on Cheryl's World. Tonight we have a special guest. Her name is Dahlia. She is the founder of Homegrown Naturals of Connecticut. So without further ado, Dahlia, are you there?
Hi, how are you tonight?
I'm doing wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. It's a little hot here in Dallas, but finding different ways to keep cool. Robin, are you with me?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here. Hi, Dahlia. And hi, Robin. How are you? Doing great. I'm excited. You excited? Yes, I am.
So we're going to jump right in for time's sake.
Yes,
Dahlia?
ma'am.
Okay.
So, Dahlia, will you tell us about who you are and what prompted you on your natural hair journey? Sure. So I'm Dahlia. I'm actually one of the founders of the Homegrown Naturals of Connecticut. And let me give you a little bit about my hair journey. I actually started my journey by transitioning. And it actually started with my daughter, who's now 13 years old. At the time, she was 11. She had talked me into relaxing my hair, and so I did. But it didn't last long. It started to fall out after about 6 to 8 months. And one day she just said to me, Mommy, I'm tired of relaxing my hair. I'm tired of getting, burns in my scalp. She came to me and she showed me a picture of natural, a really nice twist out. She's like, you know what, I want my hair to be like this. And I said, whew, I'm so happy to have that. So we decided to position together. But also, I was experiencing some alopecia in my own scalp. My dermatologist, who's actually Caucasian now, told me, what you need to do is as natural hair care as possible. So at that point in time, I started relaxing my hair, on the journey, and I absolutely love it. That sounds wonderful. So out of the mouths of babes, huh? Yes. Children shall lead the way. Absolutely. So how did that turn into Homegrown Naturals of Connecticut? Well, as I became natural, I started to really do some research because I've actually tried it about 2 to 3 times before. And, comb broke in my head, and I was like, oh, I need to go get a relaxer. I was really serious about it, and I said, if I'm going to do this, then I have to put my whole heart into it, and I have to do my research. So in doing my research, myself along with 3 other of my coworkers who are also transitioning or already natural, and another had, daughters that were of a mixed heritage. So we started talking about hair care, what it is that we can do, how we can assist each other with transitioning, and just talking about different tips. And from there, it just really took off to where we were looking for a support system for ourselves and other women just like us, who didn't know what to do or kind of their own image and their own hair. Okay, so it started as you all networking, just talking, and then growing to the point of wanting to be the support that you are for each other, for other women that may have been experiencing the same thing. Correct. That's awesome. Now, did you all find that there were other people available to that, like somebody had already started it, or were you all like fresh? You all were like new on the scene in your area? We thought we were fresh. The more connections I started to make in the community around planning our very first event, which was August 5th of 2012, I started to get a lot of different natural hair people who had already started some groups in Connecticut contact. And I was just like, so we're not the only ones. And we were a couple months apart. One started in May, the other one started in June, and here we were in August. So it just opened up the world to the people who are actually connections in Connecticut. Absolutely. So I'm sure they were surprised to know about the newest baby on the scene, huh? No, they sure were. They were so interested. too.
That's awesome. So how many people is it actually in your network from Natural Connecticut?
Wow, in the network of people, or are you talking like the founders?
Both. But first the founders, and how many people do you think you're reaching at this time?
Wow. Well, there are 4 founders at this time. We're always looking to expand and grow. That's one of our things that we want to do. As far as, how many people it is that we're reaching, I can't even put a number on it because we have people that have word of mouth that are speaking. We have our Facebook page. We have our Instagram, our Twitter, our email. And so, we're reaching a lot of people who are sharing what we're doing, and it looks interesting. And just people that I talk to in my everyday, too. So to put a number on it, it's kind of hard.
Now, what is the Facebook page?
The Facebook page is Facebook, www.facebook.com, and it's homegrown, one word, Naturals of CT. So you all can go on and like the page. We would appreciate that.
Okay.
I was going to also say, since you mentioned it, if you will also share your Twitter and your Instagram.
Sure. The Twitter is homegrown, that's one word, and the number 11. And the Instagram is homegrown_naturals of CT.
Wonderful. I really am attracted to the name, Homegrown Naturals of Connecticut.
Mm-hmm.
Would you be able to give us a little insight on where did that name originate from, and why did you all choose that name?
Okay. I love the name as well. It really originated from basically us doing our research at home and looking at everything that was home and understanding that we are a homegrown product ourselves. We are working on ourselves, and home is the foundation, and what you're doing is to grow into something. So we are homegrown. So we're naturals, and natural doesn't necessarily mean your hair. We're talking about things that take care of your body, mind, and your spirit. And, of course, we're in Connecticut.
Absolutely. So what are the goals? You speak about natural.
Mm-hmm.
How far do you all see yourselves reaching?
Wow. It was when I and my founders got together, we didn't really understand the power of what we were doing. Mm-hmm. But when I sit down and I look at things, I really am like, you know what, hair is something that is universal. Mm-hmm. And so I'd like to see us really, and I'm putting this out there into the atmosphere, into the universe, that I like to see us be something that's global, where it's not just a Connecticut-based group, but it's something, if I went to Switzerland, they have a homegrown natural in Switzerland, that type of thing. So that's where I would like to see the base from.
Yes, ma'am. Are you all interested or looking to expand in terms of, you mentioned about what you're putting on your body, diet-wise, clothing, jewelry?
Yes, absolutely. I'm actually, I mix my own products at home. I have hair butters that I mix and an oil that I mix that actually has helped to stop the shedding in my hair. And I'm in the process of doing soaps and lip balm. So we're looking at that, as well as we already have cheap actually, but we're looking to expand our base of networks with not just that, but also with health professionals. So,
yes, ma'am. Would you speak to us a little bit about your upcoming event?
Yes, I will. I'm so excited about it. It's our 1-year anniversary celebration / meetup. And the name of it is Turned Up because we're going to be turned up on that day. But we have vendors that are coming out. I'm just going to name a few. We have Amazing Botanicals, and they are an all-natural hair company out of Brooklyn. We have Infinite Healing, which is Miss Robin right here. So excited that she's joining us. We have She's Boutique, Tawawa Wellness. Well, they'll be coming and teaching us some Tai Chi and different things just to take care of our bodies as well. Evolve Teas, Missouri Naturals. And, this event is also sponsored by Curls and Eden Body Works. And so there's just a lot more things that we have planned. We're looking to do a fashion show with regards to hair, really highlighting natural hair, whether it be locks, shortcut fade, wearing a out, but showing women abs. The event is on August 4th, 2013, at the Bay Cafe Bar, and that's in Bridgeport, Connecticut. The address is 975 Main Street. Tickets are $25, and the event is from 3 to 7. So if you wanted to purchase tickets, you can go to Homegrown Natural turned up .eventbrite.com.
Now, can you say where it's going to be at again? The location again?
Yes, it's going to be at the Amisi May Cafe, and that's 975 Main Street in Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Okay.
If you go on our Facebook page, it's actually on our Facebook page. And if you had any questions, they can also send an email to us at homegrown.naturalcc@gmail.com.
Okay. And so is this going to be an annual thing, like something that is going to be every year?
Yes, it is. This is actually our third event. Like I said, August 5th last year, we had our first one, and this was our anniversary celebration. So we're really excited. We want to really promote, the love of yourself and your hair and just everything natural.
Now, since this is definitely a journey. Can you tell us? Can you tell us from the last event, and also relative to your own journey, and then to this event, what are some of the things you've come to realize and learn?
Oh my, I have come to realize and learn that, number one, yes, it is a journey, and that it's just more than about our hair. It started with your hair, but then you start to read the ingredients, and then you start to look at your own body internally, and then you start to look at your spirituality.
Right.
And you start to look at those things that help you hold. And it's just a process of growing as a person, and the natural has helped me get there. The person I was a year ago when I started and when I'm a natural journey is a totally different person than who I am now. Because a lot of growth when you actually know that this is a lifestyle change that you're making and not something that's...
Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, okay. It sounded like you cut off. I didn't hear what you said. Did you catch the last part, Robin? Maybe it's my...
Yes, ma'am. That it's a lifestyle journey. It's not just about your hair. It's basically the idea that just hair and everything has to be in harmony.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure, like on my end, it's kind of cutting in and out. Is it clear on you all's end?
Yes,
yes, ma'am. I hear some feedback. However, I can still hear her.
Okay, good. Okay, was just checking. Okay, and now, I know your daughter is the one that introduced or kind of pricked your thinking about this. How is she, now? I mean, did it seem to be a phase with her, or how is she?
Funny. She's natural, continues to be natural, and basically I take care of her hair. So I'm trying to teach her how to do it, and she's understanding as I'm teaching her that it takes time and patience. And I actually love the journey, and she loves the versatility, and she's, constantly encourages her own friends natural. So it's something that's like across the board. Now, if I could just get her to eat the way I eat, we'll be all right.
Mm-hmm. And what is that? What is the diet or eating habit that you are recommending as it relates to your hair?
Now, I eat a lot of green leafy vegetables, but what I try to do with my diet, and I like colors, and I like variety, like a lot of different vegetables. I try to eat foods that are not processed, that are organic, and I notice, and I don't eat meat, and I notice that since I've changed the way that I eat, it has actually changed the way that I think about things.
Yes.
Yes, it has. And I noticed too that I'm not tired. I have clarity of mind. And just all the things that I had issues with when I was eating processed food, I don't anymore. So I am totally loving that as well.
Okay. Okay. Makes sense. Okay.
I love the connection between thinking, the way we think, and what we eat. Most people don't make that connection. I think that's wonderful.
And there sure is. I mean, there's like different foods that will stimulate your brain. You know, people don't realize that a lot of times they're eating things that are processed that are giving them reactions. They're not really paying attention to it. And so it's one of those things too that makes you pay attention to the way that your body is.
Right. And you know what you're saying about, when you start to focus on your hair, after a while, you start thinking about your body. This is so true and is one of the reasons why we started this show, because you can only talk about the hair aspect so long. There's, it's you cannot. I mean this not. I mean this as gentle as possible. You can only talk about it so much before it becomes just like everything else. So, one of the things I noticed is that, as you started to read the ingredients that were in your products, that same energy goes into reading the ingredients that it's in all the food that you're eating. And then you start looking at your cabinets different, just like you started looking at your drawers and your baskets different in your bathroom as it pertains to the products you're putting on your hair and your skin. It's just kind of like this ripple effect takes place. And for some, it wasn't the hair first. It was the diet first. It was the food first. Then it didn't make sense to them, if they were paying attention to the way that they're eating, to be putting guck, on their hair and on their skin. So it's something that I've brought up several times, and a lot of people do not make this connection. They don't see how they don't see how it relates. It's just my hair. I want it to look good, and whatever. But it's all a relative spiral. It all connects, and it's beautiful that you are doing this with your daughter, and so that she doesn't have to go through the trial and error that I'm sure you did, and many other girls and women are going through with their hair. So I really would like to come to your event that you're having there in Connecticut. It sounds like it's going to be a really good time, and I'm glad that you had one and decided, we're going to go ahead and do this again. This is something that I think every community needs for inspiration, and because we are an evolving people, and I mean that as far as human beings, there are more nationalities that are coming about that have the curly issue. It's not just a black thing, So I think it's great. I think what you're doing is great.
Thank you. That's, I think that we also have to just look at how we inspire women in general. Because right now, when you are accepting your natural hair, starting there, and then starting to take care of your body and your mind, that's a healing process.
Yes.
So many years we have been lost in our identity, and this is the beginning and the start of bringing back who we are and finding out who we are and loving ourselves again.
Exactly. That's exactly true. And that's why I say it's more than a conversation about hair, because it has so many other dimensions to it. And I one of the things that makes me so excited is being able to connect with other women that are, at different stages in our lives, going through different things, transitioning in different ways, but we have a lot of things in common. Number one, we're all women, and there's so many things that we take on and that we do because they have to be done, and it's very easy for us to not put that attention to ourselves. But when we are talking about our hair, working on our hair, working on our skin, working on our weight, our health, our fitness, that is something that we can do together that benefits each individual at the same time. And that's what I love about what's in the air now. I love it.
Because you see more women in our community going to the gym, working, getting, drinking clean water, and doing those things that are going to make them a better, you. So I'm absolutely loving that as well. When I go to the gym, it's funny. I look and I go to the gym 2 to 3 times per week. And then I started working with a personal trainer because, someone told me, if you don't like the job that you're doing, fire the boss and hire someone else. And I was kind of like side-eyed. What are you talking about? But I understand that there are times to take yourself to a certain point and then you need the help of others.
Yes, that is a great analogy. I didn't think about it that way, but it definitely applies. It definitely applies.
Yeah. So when I go to the gym and I see other naturals, and there's like a conversation that we have, I don't necessarily go and say, "Oh, your hair's natural," but it's just like you see them and you start talking, and then next thing you know, you're like, then you start talking about hair, but initially you start talking about how you work out and your health, and then you start talking about your journey, and it's just such a great connection that you don't actually have to know someone to be able to have a conversation with them, like known them for a while.
Right.
So, like I said, I'll keep saying it, but I really do love this journey. I've met some great people, gone many great places, and just, thinking, why did I go natural sooner?
Yeah. Yes, I would have loved to, I've always been natural, but not conscious about being natural, like, about the products and, things like that. In regards to like my hair per se, I've been conscious about what I put on my skin and things like that for a long and eat for a long time. But this hair, focusing in on the hair is something that is definitely new. It's new to me. Because it's one thing you can be natural all your life, like me, and not really do anything with your hair. I would have loved to know what I'm learning now from the natural community when I was going to school and my hair looked good when I got there, and by the time the water dried, I've got like this frizzy halo, but my ponytail is still curly, but the whole area around my face is just, I'm looking like I don't know, a sunflower, a lion. I'm looking crazy.
Okay, love your mane, girl.
But you see what I'm saying? All my life through school, I spent time trying to lay it down. Now I'm like, William, my husband's name is William. I'm like, William, is this big? Is this big enough? I'm trying
I know, I'm like picking my hair out. I'm like, I need it to be bigger.
So, it's so many years of trying to tame it, lay it down, cover it up, twist it up, tie it up, roll it, which I do now, but it's funny, I do it now to increase volume, to make it bigger. So it's interesting. And, I take that back. Everything happens as it's supposed to, when it's supposed to. I'm happy that it's happening now to where I have girls that are loving their hair too. So it's a beautiful thing.
We have to really be that image, because we are a mirror image for our children. They have to be able to look at us and see their reflection and feel proud. That's my mom, and I want to be like her.
Right. Right.
We have to teach our girls to be queens, and they should feel and know that they are queens and nothing less than that.
That's absolutely correct. Absolutely. Okay, well, we are reaching the end point here. Did you have anything you'd like to end on? Some thoughts you'd like to end on?
Yes, don't forget our Facebook page, Homegrown Natural, our Instagram page, homegrown_natural, and follow us on Twitter at homegrown11. And come to our event. You're tuned in and you're listening, and it's be an awesome time.
Okay. All righty. Well, Robin, are you still with us?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Okay, did you have anything you'd like to end on? Any announcements real quick for your area too?
Announcements, we have been the Homegoing Natchez event. So I second that announcement. And also, if anyone has time to visit www.rightcloseforyou.com and check out the natural information being shared. And it will echo and magnify everything that we discussed in tonight's talk.
Okay. You got it. Okay. All right. Well, thank you all very much for being able to jump on and have this impromptu interview right quick. I look forward to going into this more. Have a good night.
Thank you. Great night, too.
I think of you. When my lilac summer dress curls in the wind. When crimson satin falls on fresh, clean skin. When sparkle of coral eyeshadow trickles down cheek. When mango juice runs down wrist, sweet. When I'm with my girls too long. When the second-hand ticks move along. When I chop, slice, and saute. When it's time for quiet to let go of the day. When it's time to lay my sword to the side. When I need a safe place to rest and hide, I think of you. Love, Liza.
Lying here this morning between sleep and awakeness, still by your side. The sun is dawning, light up your face and my peace of mind. Will you find rest, a sense of blessings, everything's okay. Take off all my guard, expose my heart. Everything's okay. I close my eyes, no words express the calm of your caress. With you comes peace. They had all proof, but when I'm with you, the truth is free. You always feel all that I feel tells me everything's okay. When I